Now, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi pushes India's agenda at G20 meeting, Commerce Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has tells NDTV that India is proactively pushing for a stronger framework for addressing tax avoiding issues at the G20 level. And in an exclusive interview to NDTV, she says the crackdown on black money is actually not coming in the way of India signing any further multilateral or bilateral treaties, but the names being made public, India would have been accused of violating laws.
I have to talk to you about other bilateral agreements, double taxation avoidance agreements, FTAs that India would like to sign, the India-EU FTA. The entire debate on black money, tax avoidance, something that's also likely to be taken up at the G20. Is India's crackdown on black money coming in the way of India signing further bilateral agreements?
I won't put it that way at all. I had the fortune, in fact, a lucky coincidence, but at the same time, only because the FM was unable to attend the G20 financial ministers meet, I did go there. And very clear instructions about how we are handling these international meets. We are keen to engage with the world community in terms of sharing of information on tax violations. Tax sharing today is a major concern for all the members of G20 or WTO. We are very keen that we engage with all of them and do get this advantage of tax sharing information, and also the flight of certain profit of large MNCs, which is moving from one country to another. Evading tax is again an issue. So in all this, in the G20, India has taken a very proactive position, and nothing is holding us back from signing the agreement. But if you're referring to that particular visit of a representative from India to Germany to sign a particular treatment, which came exactly in probably one day this way or that way before when the Supreme Court's decision happened. It is nothing to do with hesitation to sign. It's more like the courtesies of the matter. We need to know, and then we'll follow it up.
But is it in many ways becoming difficult for India to explain its stance at an international level to specific countries at a bilateral level? The fact that there is this entire probe that is going on, there's pressure building on India to disclose names and all of that. We know the matter is now with the SIT, but is it coming in the way of India explaining its position?
In fact, India is able to better explain its position, that the court has appointed. In fact, the first decision of this new government was to appoint the SIT, which the courts had ordered even in 2011.
But the plea taken by the government before the Supreme Court was the fact that if names are disclosed, then it would come in the way of, it would violate some of those treaties.
It is matter of fact. It is a treaty which was entered to by the earlier government. It's nevertheless a Government of India treaty. We have to honor it. And matter of fact, if you look at it, when the cases or the charge sheet is filed, and when there is enough fundamental prima facie reason which is established in a court, you reveal the name, no harm. But even as the process of filing a charge sheet is on, revealing the name may jeopardize your case. So that's the note of caution this government is giving. We are not supporting or protecting anybody. We are very clearly saying once the charge sheet is filed, we'll give the name. In any case, lock, stock and barrel, the entire list is with the SIT.
But the Supreme Court decided not to make the list public, and the list was with the SIT.
That's not a government decision.
Exactly. It's the decision of the top court. The list was anyways with the SIT.
That's right.
The Supreme Court sent it back to the SIT, but had the names become public, what would have been the international ramifications?
That you would have violated a law. A treaty which you signed with somebody, which said, after you file your charge sheet, we have no issues about you releasing the names. They are willing to share the information as long as you are able to prove that you are filing the charge sheet, and therefore this information can be further shared with you. More information can be shared with you. If you genuinely want to pursue the case and take people to the court where you have the evidence in your hand and ensure that you're going to have more information coming from these countries, you have to take this path, or else you're helping those suspected of keeping black money.